And ABC News contributor, former State Department official Steve Ganyard joins us now with more on this. Steve, a significant portion of this Chinese balloon spy equipment has been recovered, according to officials. So what are you listening for as they start to reveal what they find here?
Yeah, if you remember, that was a big payload underneath that Chinese spy balloon, and it had about 16 solar panels. But in the middle was what the U.S. is really looking for. That's where the sensor package was. So we know the Chinese satellites, they can take pictures, they can pick up signals, but this balloon going very, very slowly would have had the chance to suck up lots of intelligence signals that would be like communications, be able to geolocate what those are. The key point here is that the U.S. really needs to see what's inside that sensor package to understand what the Chinese were after.
We now know that 3 objects that were shot down over the weekend, officials say they had no communication signals, no maneuvering ability. So if they're not spying, why shoot them down?
That's a good question for the administration, but I think that there was also there's a political element to this. So there was quite a bit of embarrassment that the intelligence agencies and the military knew about these balloons days before the White House heard about it, when it was just about with the Chinese spy balloon just about to cross into the U.S. So it's one of these, we're not going to get fooled again. We're going to shoot first and ask questions later. But if these 3 balloons that have been shot down since the Chinese balloon turn out to be weather balloons, hopefully the U.S. will back off a bit and say, these are just weather balloons, and we need to be able to make the differentiation between a spy balloon and something innocuous but necessary as a weather balloon.
Well, and Steve, to that point, I mean, weather balloons are out in the sky every day. They're a crucial part of everyday forecasting. So how can the U.S. ensure that threatening balloons or other aircraft are eliminated while also not endangering those that we actually need?
Yeah, weather balloons haven't been a problem in the past. They're, as Martha said, hundreds and hundreds released around the world every day. So it's these really big balloons like the China spy balloon that came across that were so big and had that big payload package underneath. So this is what the U.S. intelligence agencies are going to be focused on being able to look for those balloons at where they are in the atmosphere. I think that in the future, I think we will see less of this from China. I think they're a bit chagrined they got caught, and this may be the end of that program.
And China has accused the U.S. of repeatedly sending its own balloons into Chinese airspace. President Biden's administration has denied that. So what's the next step in sorting that out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a typical deny, counter accuse, and it's what we hear from the Chinese quite often. But the U.S. does not fly over sovereign territory. We do fly satellites over places that are outside of sovereign territory. That's 62 miles and above. That's not sovereign territory anymore. So this is something that's just going to have to be worked out diplomatically. But if you think about the history of this, the U.S. used to fly these balloons over the Soviet Union during the Cold War. Didn't work very well. They created the U-2, which subsequently got shot down by the Russians. So since then, the U.S. has never flown an airplane or balloon over somebody else's sovereign territory. They will use satellites to gather any kind of intelligence that's of interest.
All right, Colonel Steve Ganyard, we appreciate your analysis as always. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.